Hello, welcome to another episode of Tom's Tech. In this episode I'll be showing you how I installed a CT clamp into my Eddi solar diverter to monitor the output from my solar inverter and battery. When my Zappi was installed, a CT clamp was added to the main live coming into my house, so that could show the import and export of power from the grid. When I added my Eddi, I could then see the power coming in where it was being diverted to, either the Zappi or the Eddi, or being consumed by the house. But what's been missing from the get-go is a clamp that shows the power coming in from the inverter. So the Zappi can't really decide how best to divert the power when it doesn't actually know how much is being generated or how much is being output from the panels and battery. So the addition of another CT clamp will allow that to happen. So to get started, I'm going to install the CT clamp in the fuse box. Now I've isolated the fuse box. I've switched it off at the main consumer unit. I've isolated the system here, and I've turned off the inverter. So everything is, as of this moment, in terms of the AC side, is dead. And obviously the DC side is still on. That only hits the inverter. So I should be in no danger. So what I'm going to do is install the CT clamp, this guy here, on the live that's coming through this main fuse here. The plan is to then run the cable down through the conduit, bring it out, probably bring it out here, or maybe bring it out there, and then I'll connect that up into the Eddi. So with the clamp in position, I just wanted to talk about the arrow that's on the clamp. So this is quite important. So the arrow indicates the direction of flow of power. So what we want the clamp to show is the power flowing from the inverter over to the consumer unit. So in this arrangement here, power comes from the inverter, runs into the meter, comes up into the fuse board, goes into this RCBO, which comes down, then splits across this bus bar, back into this another RCBO, and then up through this wire, down here, and runs over to the consumer unit. So in this case here, this arrow is indicating the direction of flow. So I've ran the CT cable in. So it runs now from the little fuse board through the conduit, and I've just put a gland on there just to hold the cable. So the next job is to connect that into the Eddi. So I've taken the cover off already, and on the board you can see two input connectors, CT1 and CT2. So I'll be connecting my cable. I'll probably just put in CT1. These are like push fit connectors. So there's a little white block on there, which you can see, and you essentially just push that up, and then that opens the contact and you can slide the cable in. So I'm going to run my CT clamp in there now. So that's it connected in. I've also taken the opportunity just to put a tie wrap on there, just to provide a bit of strain in case anything tugs on that cable. At least that will give it a chance in case it, just to prevent these being yanked out. So what I'm going to do now is put the cover back on the Eddi and power everything back up, and then I'll configure the Eddi and tell it the CT clamp belongs to a mix of solar and battery generation. Alright, power's back on, Eddi's back to normal, and the inverter is inverting, so I can see it's putting out 418 watts at the moment. So now I'm just going to show you how to configure the clamp itself. So we go into the menu, we go to the device settings, go to advanced, and we go to CT config, which is the CT clamps. So I can see now that I've configured CT1, which is where I installed this cable into that connector, and that's set to gen and battery. So if I open this, it'll tell you what the current and power for that clamp is being reported as. So power is coming back at 420 watts there and thereabouts. And if I go back up and look at the inverter, that tallies 420 watts. So I'm confident now that the clamp is measuring what the inverter is outputting. So that's all good. And I can go back to the main menu, and the app should now show me an indicator of what the panels and battery are supplying. A quick look at the app now shows the battery and solar panel generation flowing into the house. Okay, and that's it for another video. Hope you found some of this useful. Please like the video if you have, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out some more videos on this My Energy setup that I've got over the next kind of months and years, I guess, as I continue my journey towards sort of energy efficiency and electrifying all my heating. So yeah, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you. I hope you'll watch another one of my videos soon. Bye.